And what we're going to do together today is we're going to do a mash, which is going to be literally extracting the sugars, converting the starches into sugars, extracting them from the grain, moving them over into the kettle. We're going to add our hops, things like that. We're going to do the fun stuff. Mark's already done the hard stuff.
We're going to get a little base water going, and then I'm going to drop a bag of grain in there, show you how to stir it up. We got 4 whole bags of grain after me, so one of you guys is left out, but you get to stir up some grain. Temperature's good.
Everybody thinks that making beer is super duper sexy, and it's just a lot of work real fast, hurry up, wait, work real fast again.
But this tastes really good.
Yeah. Well, cheers to new experiences, I guess.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers to great traditions.
It's so good.
So the reason I chose the pizza that I wanted for the Spinato's menu is one of the bigger things that everybody that I talk to when we bring up Spinato's is everybody talks about how amazing your guys' sauce is. So I knew that we had to go with a red sauce base was 100% the way we had to go. And then my personal interest took over where I really like a spicy pizza. I like the hot giardiniera on a pizza. I like the idea of doing like a Chicago-inspired pizza with a little Italian beef on it. I just love Chicago thin cut, tavern style. It just speaks to my heart.
What I loved about it is you know, to go with, you know, your response on the sauce. I think a lot of people talk about the sauce. They talk about the sweetness of it. You know, whenever you have something sweet in a dish, you know, or sweeter, it marries well with something with a little bit of kick. So it's nice because you get both elements. You get that sauce finish in this pizza, and then you get the giardiniera kick, which I think is, you know, when you think Chicago, right? You know, that's something that's just a staple in a lot of dishes. But what I love about our pizzas, you know, is the thin crust. Whatever ingredients are on the pizza really have the chance to be the star, you know, and just the balance of, you know, how much beef with how much giardiniera and the onions is kind of in that background just to give it that little extra. But, you know, I think the giardiniera really is what you get, and that beef is a little secondary, but just enough of it to make it feel very hearty and, you know, and make a great dish out of it.
I loved it,
You
to
did
be
a great
honest.
job.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys do all of the heavy lifting. I mean, I just threw some ingredients on a pizza that I thought would fit really well. A little bit of a tweak and figure it out, and it was an amazing. And you guys are the mad scientists.
When I think pizza and beer, I automatically think of like a light lager or something like that, because you know, pizza and beer just kind of flow out like America and apple pie, you know, and baseball. This is kind of one of the things you enjoy. And so me spending some time in Chicago, when it was pizza with giardiniera on it, you know, like it was just totally speaking to my language, and then how to do something a little different with the light lager kind of a thing. So we did the rice lager, so a little bit of rice in there just to mellow out the body, keep it a little lighter. Didn't want to do like a real IPL pale lager, anything like that. Didn't want it to be too hopped up. I knew that we had the Altus hops, which are one of the newer hops on the market. They were experimental like 3 years ago, and then they finally got their real name. But they had a nice spice to it, a little dankiness, and I like the spice because giardiniera, and I mean, once again, we just have to keep talking about the sauce. And you know, and to go with the spiciness of the sauce, I think that it turned out real well to have that little extra spiciness kind of on the back end of the beer. So it's not really, that's why I don't want to call it a hoppy lager, but just a hopped lager, because it's not, definitely not hoppy, but it's there. And like on the back end, you get like that kind of spice that's kind of reminiscent of the pizza. Like the pizza is spicy, but it's not hot. It's got a good spice to it, and that's all I was trying to do, is just trying to add a little bit of spice onto the beer, but not to overpower it from being anything
More or
other
less
than
to complement.
to complement it, to keep in a beer that is still completely crushable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys did a great job.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
call.
you might as well have two while you're having your slice of pizza.
All right, cheers to the Wizard of Zop.
Chin chin.